All right, my friends, here we go. In another YouTube exclusive, a VVV. I don't know, another one that I really wanted to cast here, mainly because we have a Canadian spawning in the red trunks on the bottom side here, playing for Aftermath Esports. He streams sometimes. He seems like a fun dude. It is Albino. And spawning in the top left, he was an incredibly nice guy, not going to lie. He's been in my DMs a little bit, trying to explain the series. Oh, you know, it's delayed, Albino's busy, whatever, no big deal. It's our pal, Brave. So we got a VVV, my friends, all straight Vs for this matchup here on the, what do you call it? On the 4-player spawned map, Albino seemingly immediately finding his opponent and seeing, oh, hey, you're going double barracks coming out of this. One Bob running around to try and defend the Bob that's building. We're going to punch that dog a couple of times, heal our own Bob, etc., etc. Albino looks like he's going for an expand. So we're seeing very different methods here from my friends. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work out. Looks like we have to kind of throw the bobs around to see which one's able to get the most surface area there, and then it's a full surround on the dog. Absolute. Oh no, never mind. Almost full surround on the dog. Brave would have lost that. That would have been a massive, unfortunate. Oh, but Albino did lose his dog. Maybe not good. Maybe good. Maybe that's somehow good. I don't actually know, but I'm gonna guess it's not. Either way, though, now Albino does have the early expand, but we're going to get the significantly more dogs coming out of Brave here. Brave does have... Brave's got an extra dog because, of course... Well, Brave's got many extra dogs, but Brave has an extra dog because we didn't lose our first dog, and now more dogs are going to be joining the fray. So we're actually going to be up to 3 dogs. If there's not a way to capitalize on this, I don't really understand RTS games, I guess. Seems like we're going to get big repair, which doesn't really cost anything. That might be the one thing. 1 Bob down. But of course, Albino is able to build them 2 at a time, which is going to be able to help. And a Lancer has now joined the fray, and I don't know how many dogs you need to fight a Lancer, but I'm not really sure. The Lancer has 260 health. Dog does 8 per hit. There's 3 of them. 260. I don't want to do math again. I already talked about how I'm feeling tired. What is that, like 40 hits? You need like 40 hits or something like that? 260 divided by 8. I guess there's 3 of them technically. So it'd be like 11 hits per dog or something like that. No, I guess it's more than that. You need more than 11 hits per dog. But Brave is getting full complete scouts out. He's realizing that Albino is getting a mech bay. I wonder if he's going to he's going to salvage his barracks. Unfortunately, he's also forced to pull a bunch of Bobs off the line. He's going to get a bunkie himself. I'm assuming that's the bunkie, not the habitat. Yeah, it is. It is the bunkie. He was also forced to use some energy. You can see that he's got 25 less energy than Brave. I'm not sure if that really matters. This is what I'm more interested in is hog timing. So Albino is going to have a hog just about finished right now, as Brave's hog is only about 40% of the way done, a little bit less. And the hog seems really good at taking map control almost in every matchup. Not just VVV, not VVI, not VVC. It just seems like hogs be good. And looks like the dogs are going to get all jumped on here. Unfortunately, Brave's... Oh. Never mind. Albino does realize that there's 1 more dog. He learns how to count. And I don't know. Good defense here, honestly. Good defense by Albino. Albino has, what is that, 17. He's got 3 workers not doing anything. Well, sorry, 3 workers building. So he's got 24 workers to Brave's. Now, Brave actually has no workers doing nothing. So Brave's got, 17 workers. And what did I say? 24 or something like that? Can't remember what I said. 8, 9, 15, 26. So almost like 9 worker differential here, give or take, just from like what I can immediately find on the screen. But Brave had 2 mech bays. I guess that's something I didn't mention, but I did show on the screen, is that Brave has 2 mech bays getting, and a machine lab, and Albino has, he's got 3. Albino has 3 mech bays, so he's definitely not screwing around here. He's getting a 3rd, maybe trying to overwhelm his opponent rather than play a longer macro game. Brave doing a really good job focus firing, but then, I don't know. not really being able to keep them alive. Loses Lancer. I'm assuming that this is one of those situations where the Lancers eventually do fall off. We do lose a Hog, though. This is going to be big because I think we're trying to... I mean, just guessing, but I'm thinking we're trying to snowball here. I'm assuming that's how this unit works in this matchup. It kind of reminds me of like a Phoenix in a PvP. The Phoenix War, where you just kind of want to have more, and then if you don't, then you want to either switch to something else, or, you know, like, because you're always behind, basically. You're always behind in the Phoenix Wars. It's hard to come back unless you, like, throw down extra production facilities. But here we go. So Brave does have more of these. I guess it comes down to a situation where you're more wounded, so your opponent is able to take advantage of that. The Phoenixes in PvP do have shields. If I can talk about SC2 for a second, that's what I'm doing. It's talking about SC2. They do have shields and stuff like that, so that's one thing to take into consideration, is that these hedgehogs do not, but they could be healed. So they can be, well, they can be nanoswarm, but that's not what I was talking about. I mean, they can be repaired. That's more of what I meant. One thing to take into consideration, though, is that Brave has no expand, and 1 base versus 2 base is normally pretty bad unless the, like, 1 baser can, like, somehow overwhelm and destroy the 2 baser. One way that you can kind of keep your economy, I don't know if even necessary is the right word, but creep camps can be killed for resources, which is helpful, right? Like, if you take a look at it, Brave has more creep camps than Albino, indicating that he has gotten some additional resources. It's not really that far off, and it's more of like a... I don't know, it's a theoretical idea for me because I don't know a lot about this game, so I'm just kind of guessing. We do have a extra range, though. So, oh, wait, but it's the upgrade. +2 weapon range, but it doesn't actually show it? Because it still just says the range is 5, but should it not be 7? I don't actually know. Recharges its ammo over time. Oh, wait, these things actually technically have ammo? I didn't know that. So how do you, can you actually see if they, oh wait, is that a 3rd base? Albino, Mad Lad, taking a 3rd base here. Brave's 2nd base, or natural, I should say. Brave's natural is only about halfway done. So Albino's in a significantly better space economically. Now, oh wait, oh, that did say best of 3, darn it. Albino is in a better space for sure economically. We have to make sure that we don't get super snowballed. It's going to be my only guess. That's going to be a Luminite Tower. Both players now have the Luminite Tower. I would imagine you want to be faster too. Probably speed helps in this situation. Again, they just become more microable. They get easier to manage, etc., etc. Dog presumably is looking for the... what do you call it? Is looking for the hedgehog count to see what they can and can't do. We get a Vulcan already. We get the Vulcan switch coming out. We salvaged our machine lab? Interesting. So we salvaged our machine lab, and we're getting hangar bays out of Albino. Albino has a machine lab himself. Did he ever get the upgrade? He does have the up... Oh, no. Yeah. He does have the upgrade here. So his units also have the +2 range, making it, I guess, null and void, because that means that everyone has the range. So if everybody has the range, then nobody really does. We're going to move right through the vision camp and take a look at it. It seems like Braves is significantly worse now when you look at creep camp control. He has a worse economy, so that's going to be 7, 19, 27. So everyone remember 27 while I do math here. 18, 30, 42. And I see one transferring, maybe it's right. But, like, yeah, okay. So, like, it's like 45 even. Oh, also we're fighting. So, yeah, it's almost double the worker count, it seems like. Man, I wonder if anyone, like, I don't really watch Stormgate casts or anything like that. I'm just kind of trying my best. I'd love to make my own version of it, of course. But I wonder if other people count workers. Is that just exclusively me? Do I do that? Do other people do that as well? But either way, so Vulcans are coming in. I think they seem like they should be good in this situation. Honestly, I don't really... I mean, the Hornet, I guess, would actually go completely to town here because nothing shoots up unless you turn the hedgehogs into their attack mode. Their like, twisted... fighting mode, because Vulcans, even though they look like they should shoot up, don't shoot up. They don't attack air, which is wild to me. Not gonna lie, it's absolutely wild. Do these do any extra damage to anything? they do extra damage to light, which the hedgehogs actually are. We have heavy from the Vulcans. We're gonna have to almost like catch them. You see that Brave is trying to catch them. He's gonna turn them in, and it looks like we're gonna do a fair amount of damage. We do get one. Oh, we get two. Two Hornets there, unfortunately. Now, though, we've found our opponent. We know where our opponent is. It seems like Albino's going to try and jump on it. If I'm just... that must have been the Vulcan. The Vulcan is coming in, does the little jet, realizes we can get for free into Albino's base, and Albino may be going directly across the map, now realizing, oh, hell's bells. And he turns around and starts to run back to his own base, presumably to defend. Although Hornets are coming in, but we're already in position here. They don't really have the DPS when they're in this mode, though, because they can only attack air. So that means that Albino's going to be able to try and to rout this army here with a couple of units not fighting. We got to turn these back, or maybe once we kill the last Hornet, we have to turn them back. But as you can see, Albino has spread his units to try and get into a concave. Brave is using the rest of them to fight. There's no more Vulcans over here, which I think was one of the big pillars of our army, as a lot of the hogs die. Even if we killed Bobs, which is kind of hard to tell whether or not we are killing Bobs, but even if we do kill Bobs, we've already discussed that Albino has a large Bob advantage. So I don't know how much that's really going to matter. One Vulcan is just kind of randomly chilling in the middle of the base here. It's going to go back. Clearly it was like a rally or something like that, or it got sent back and then got accidentally moved out of the control group. I'm not exactly sure what happened. But you can see that my friend Brave is still only on 2 bases, while Albino is on more. He's getting mech base himself. He's also still building Hornets. I mean, I guess they're just more like a skill check, honestly, to make sure that your opponent can switch modes and then switch back in a timely fashion before you can get there to try and mop them up with your own units. I mean, that's my guess, at least. And now Brave is going to do a little bit of shenanigans here to try and take this third the Illuminite Tower level 3 as he does grab it. The Vision Camp, not the Speed Camp. The Vision Camp. Oh, and look at this. Albino with a backstab. We got 3 different Hornets coming in. We're actually focusing down the bunkie. I thought we were killing Bobs, but it seems like we are focusing down the bunkie to be able to deal with this. But we forced the entire army of Brave back, and Brave is going to turn a Hedgehog into an Ultra Hedgehog Defender with its little shell up for some... I guess it's there to just stop the units, protect the units, etc., etc. Let's see, we do morph one of them, but then it like immediately dies. We were only morphing one at a time for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why that is. But we're able to get home, and I believe that this is probably the go back to base. Yeah, it looks like this is the return back to base, because you can kind of see they move a little bit faster, so I just kind of assumed that is indeed what it was. And then they heal automatically. So I don't fully get this. The unit is being full repaired and cannot receive issued orders. Yeah, so they just like go back to base and then they get healed and stuff like that. Such an interesting mechanic of the game. Sorry, I didn't drink enough today and I already talked a lot, so that's going to... Oh, it's going to be tiring, I suppose. Let's see. Taking the speed camp here is my friend Albino as Brave. I don't think he saw these Hornets. It's kind of hard to say. Looks like we're going to just jump on them instead. And wow, we actually have a lot of Hornets in this situation. We are working down a lot of the, what do you call it? A lot of the Hedgehogs. It seems like Albino just kind of wants to stand and fight and trade as best he can. He keeps the majority of the Hornets alive. Did lose definitely some of those. But he's slimming down the numbers of Brave's Hedgehogs. And this seems like the ideal opportunity for Albino to try and attack, since a lot of those units were were sieged, I suppose. They were in their only attacking air mode. So I wonder if you force the switch. Yeah, you force the switch and then you run in, because half of your units can't fight with these. So you might as well just stand and fight as Albino. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong, and maybe it's just because the 3 Vulcans, I want to call them Vipers. The 3 Vulcans, they're just like a little scary. But see that Brave still hasn't changed these back. I wonder if there's an actual cooldown. And you can't just like keep switching them back kind of thing. I don't know really honestly how it works. That'd be something that I could test, but I know I won't. At least I won't tonight. I won't look right now, I swear, guys. And you're not here to tell me, so that's going to be something you tell me in the comments if you so choose when you watch this video 10 times and then show your entire family. Nah, you don't have to do that. I would appreciate it, though. I almost feel like this could be a great situation for my buddy Albino to try and knock this down. Albino also casually up 120 supply. Brave has finally taken the third base, but Albino's got a fourth and fifth base. Fifth base not really mining as of yet, and we're going to take a sixth base because we are an absolute mad lad. Is Albino. Albino is just kind of killing it. We've got a lot of Hornets. We've got a big mech army moving around. We now have added medtechs in so they can nano swarm it up. We are taking the Bruiser down actually quite easily. We got a couple of Cleavers being able to kill a singular hog, it looks like. And then that Luminite tower is ours. Hornets are trying to move to backstab. I mean, there is no actual Luminite. What do you call it? There's no Luminite mine here anymore, so it's not like these things are necessarily doing any damage. But look at how quickly they take out that Hedgehog, which is designed to kill them, I can only assume. And now we're killing a lot of Bobs, which is good. Honestly, I mean, they were doing nothing already, but Brave can absolutely deal, like, you know, he doesn't want to stand to lose these units, honestly. And now we're coming in with a mech army from one side. We've got the I don't remember what these things are called, the Hornets from the other side, and now we're just gonna kind of clean and mop everything up. I think this might just be GG, my friends. More stuff beats less stuff in this situation, and this is just a little bit too much. We even have Vulcans of our own. GG gets called. We're gonna be going into game number 2. Congratulations to Albino for winning game number 1. That's going to be us going into game number 2 here, which is on, man, loading the replays takes, I got to, like, work on my cadence here, because it's not exactly working out perfectly. It's on Isle of Dread. Here we go. Isle of Dread. I feel like we've already seen this map tonight, not in a VVV, but in the last series. Okay, so here we go. Spawning in the top right, playing maybe for a team, I actually don't know. With the early barracks, once again, it is our pal Brave. And spawning in the bottom left, playing for Aftermath Esports. If he wins this one, he moves to the winners match where he plays MC. It is Albino. Brave will play Mixu for in the losers match if he loses this one. So yeah, should be a little it should be a fun series regardless. So we are just kind of seeing how it goes. I just got a message from Control actually, so I'm gonna have to message him back in a sec after this filming, of course. So moving on, let's see, we got the barracks, we got the habitat, we're getting out a Lancer. Albino on the other hand is getting a barracks. Oh wait, he's full surrounded the dog here. Unfortunately for Brave loses his first dog, and it looks like Albino's going to keep his dog alive. Yes, that is indeed what's going to happen. Albino is not fast expanding this time. He's just kind of moving along, and the dog is dealing with the Lancer, etc., etc. The Lancer is going to try and chase the dog. I mean, there should really be no case or no scenario where they actually do catch each other. I mean, that's 45 to 7. Yeah, movement speed. Just had to be clear that I was reading the right thing. Double Lancer from Brave. He lost his dog already, which is a bit unfortunate. Albino, I don't think, is really going to be trying to do too much damage with the dog. Of course, he is forcing the units back because he's going to be annoying with that dog. He's going to start attacking brutes attacking Bobs and things like that. But the Lancers are deciding to try and take the creep camp anyway, so Brave's going to at least kill a couple of these Mastiffs. He's going to send the Lancers, so he's not overly worried about like his own Bobs. Yeah, he's just going to pull off and then fight, and then pull off and then fight, etc., etc. Now they're all repairing each other. Back at home, we're starting to expand, so Albino's actually kind of being really, well, I would actually describe pretty darn greedy. He hasn't needed to make nearly as many units as my pal Brave has. Maybe the dog finally died? Yeah, it looks like the dog did die. So the dog did finally die. But we are, yeah, I don't know. It's all normal, etc., etc. We got the Mech Bay coming down here from Brave, but he's going to be stuck on one base. Oh, there's Lincoln barking. I don't know if you can hear that on the stream, but the video, the cast, but he's angry about something. What it is, I'm not sure. Maybe one of the neighbors existed outside of the house. But if that was the case, that'd be very scary for him. He's a sweet little boy. Looks like albino's deciding that, hey, you took your speed camp. It's time for me to take my speed camp. I don't know why I became Diamond Joe Quimby there for a second. Or the speed camp, which is just a JFK impression, etc. So man, albino's Lancer's getting pretty low. I thought he just got the flower, but maybe it was the other one. I wasn't super paying attention. I'm a little tired, not gonna lie. So we are continuing to take the creep camp, etc., etc. We've been moving across the map with 3 Lancers to 2. The first hedgehog's just about to finish. We got a second mech bay coming down as well. Albino, on the other hand, has only got the singular mech bay. He's got 1 hog out. He's gonna push these Lancers back. I'm assuming the hog basically... Oh, the dog's actually faster than the hog. That's kind of interesting. Both quite fast, though. They're very similar in speed. The Lancer... 1 Lancer does die. The Hedgehog is going to join as well. Probably doesn't feel great for Brave, unfortunately. He's probably trying his best to keep all of these units alive, if I had to guess. It seems like Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Albino just has more stuff. But that will slowly change here because Brave just has more production facilities. He's also got the command post. There's another command post right here. We throw down the habitat. We have the mech bays. And wait, is that 2 mech bays? Oh, yeah, that is 2 mech bays. So it looks like we're going to be able to keep up with our opponent relatively easily. As long as, I mean, it also depends on how trades go and things like that. That's another hog. Where's... Oh, there's our army. I was like, I can't see it on the map. It's because it was being covered by the Vision Tower emblem. Ooh, you know what? I think with this with the exclusive YouTube casting that we've been doing, we're actually going to be able to cast every single game of the round of 16, which is crazy. The next stream that I'm going to have to do is going to have to be a StarCraft 2 stream because we're falling behind in that series, or those series. But I don't know, I just kind of like Stormgate, honestly. I think it's a really fun and interesting game that's got me interested. And maybe it's just like because this is incredibly high level, right? We've got some of the best players in the world in this tournament. And I like the idea of continuing the tournament too. It's kind of fun starting a legacy and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. So we're starting to leash the Bruiser a little bit. You can see that taking advantage of it, but we just got more stuff here from Albino. Albino's going to push these back. We're going to run into each other. It's 5v5 with the same amount of Lancers. Nice big shield on there as well. Brave does save that 1 hog with like no HP. I just want to see that. That's 3 HP. Brave saves that one. That's actually gigantic. But Albino is going to be free to take this Luminite Tower if he so chooses. Or maybe he's going to just push his way deeper into Brave's territory. Brave getting a bunkie, realizing, oh man, I'm not safe right now. It's just going to be a normal bunkie because we don't really have anything to put in it, unfortunately. We lost our units. And we are starting to get the upgrade for the... Yeah, we're starting to get the upgrade for the hogs. We have 3 hog houses, but no upgrade house. And it seems like we're just going to kind of jump in on this. So far, the only healing that's actually happening is the Bob inside of the bunkie. So it's the Bob key. And yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just kind of running into each other. Those Bobs definitely are off the line to try and help heal. Repair, which is free. It's free to repair. It seems like a lot of them are honestly repairing themselves. But that means that Albino's just going to have better mining again. Albino's going to have more economy to spend. So even if his trades are slightly worse, he's going to be able to replenish his troops a little bit easier. And he's not really losing anything either. He's starting to take his 3rd base here while Brave only has this natural. This is, I'm assuming, yeah, this is completely saturated. Or at least it was. And now we're sending a couple more units over to make another machine lab. So that's going to be 4. No, sorry, that's the upgrade. So I guess that's going to be the one saving grace as of right now is that Brave's hogs have the upgrade so that they're able to get the +2 weapons. That's going to be like one of the big things, I'm assuming. We also lose the speed camp there. It gets, I don't know, re-upped so that it is neutral here. We're going to have to take over the Mastiffs once more. Albino, though, is moving around. He's going to take out the 2nd Bruiser with the other Cleavers to be able to take his own 2nd Luminite Tower. I guess neither one is, like, really up players, but I just kind of attribute the left and being one and the right being the other. I don't know. I guess that's just me. The left, like, bot being left, top being right. I don't know why I think that. But this is at least a little bit of a saving grace. I mean, I guess Brave could have just taken that for free. It's not like albino was really posturing to try and defend that there. But he also gets a little bit more resources, which I'm sure is helpful, killing the creeps, because, again, his expands are not doing nearly as well. He doesn't have a third expansion. He's always been kind of behind albino's expanding. Looks like we just kind of got more stuff here. I don't think there's really an escape path, honestly. I think we're stuck. We're gonna have to try and get by, but albino's gonna do a really good job of just really focus firing a lot of the weak they're hedgehogs, not cyclones. They remind me of the cyclones, but they're not. As we chase them down, we're gonna do the exact same fight that we did last time, where the bobs are off the line. They're gonna be ready to repair. We have the repairing bob bunkie going on, but this time albino just has a little bit more DPS. So maybe he's going to be able to, like, attack through heals, etc. and stuff like that. Oh, he attacks the command center. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it looked like he was trying to get the bunkie off of the healing the hog so that he can jump on something else. Instead, he's just going to focus that down, and now he's going to just work his way down, focus firing each hog individually. I think that's going to be a GG. There it is. And albino takes the series 2-0. Congratulations to albino.